citizens of Earth. Citizens of Earth. Yum yum.
Hey everybody, and welcome to my next playthrough, Citizens of Earth. I just heard about this game a few days ago, and I had a mixed reaction to it because, first of all, I mentioned before that I was in school for game design, and this was actually one of the concepts that I came up with. Of course, this is not my game. I'm not taking credit for this game, but I had the same sort of concept, a little darker than this. But so on one hand, I was kind of bummed that this became a thing, but then I was pretty excited that this is a doable design and that somebody else had the same idea that I did. You know, a few years ago when I first thought of doing something like this for myself, obviously I wouldn't be able to market my game right now anyway because of this, but this seems like a really cool game. I played a little bit of it. I'm mostly blind though. I just wanted to get a feel for how everything worked out, and so far I really enjoyed it. There's a few things that I'm not a big fan of, but like the load screens, I'm going to cut those out during this playthrough. But this game was actually a failed Kickstarter, and it's really cool that Atlus was able to pick this up and market it and turn it into a thing, because now we get to play it, and I hope you guys enjoy this playthrough. I'm going to start a new game here, and instead of continuing my old save, because it skips pretty much the entire prologue of this, but let's start.
Good morning, Pumpkin! Are you still in bed? I'm coming in! Rise and shine, sleepyhead. It's gorgeous out. You don't want to waste the day in bed, do you?
It's so early, Mom. Come back later.
Honestly, you can't spend your vacation lying in bed. And did you sleep in your brand new suit?
I had a late night. It's tough being vice president of the world.
You've been in office one day. Oh, if only the voters could see you now, my son, the slouch. At least go say hi to your brother. He took the day off to come and see you. You missed breakfast, by the way. Maybe you can stop by the bakery later, but don't spoil your appetite. We're having an early supper tonight.
Alright, so one thing I really like about this game is that you can name pretty much everybody that you pick up. And so I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. It just adds a little bit of personality to the game, I guess. So of course I'm going to make the vice president my name. Everybody should know my name by now. I mean, if you watch my videos, if you're new to my channel, then this is my name. One thing I really like also is moving around. Oh my god. Well, you can't pick up the underwear. But what I like about this too is the smoothness of the controls. Like everything, it's just really smooth and it flows really well.
Capitalism at its finest.
But yeah, what you mostly want to do is just search around. So that's what I'm gonna do. And talk to my brother.
Hey, little bro. Long time no see.
Good morning, Mr. Vice President? Gee, what do I call you now?
Oh, come now. There's no need for formalities. Sir will do just fine.
Oh, okay. Hey, I got you a present, sir. I left it downstairs for you.
Why, little bro, you aren't trying to bribe me now that I'm in office, are you?
No, of course not. It's just a little something for winning the election.
So yeah, pretty much every cut between, like if you go into a different area of the same place, or if you leave an area, you're gonna get a loading screen, and I'll probably cut all of those out because some of them get pretty long. But yeah.
Oh, that Dr. Sven's so dreamy. Hey, they were just about to reveal what Jack's evil twin looks like. I swear you boys are lost without your mother, huh? All right, let's get some fresh air before all my days of our bold and the restless starts. This calls for a mother's touch.
So I will use my mom's name. When I played this before, I used her full name, just Pamela, but I think this lady looks more like a Pam. So I'm just gonna call her Pam.
Capitalism at its finest.
Nice. So basically, and now we can recruit the brother, but I want to show you what this is first. This basically shows all of your citizen statuses, I guess, and then it shows you pretty much like, you know, what their health is and their stats and stuff, and then their talents are things that they can do outside of, you know, the general attacking and stuff, like a regular RPG. Items, of course, are for, you know, healing stuff, stuff that boosts defense, and, you know, items like that. The agenda is for the quest that you have. Email, it's pretty much just like giving you little tips and hints from the citizens that you pick up, and then the system, of course, is where you go to save and quit and all of that good stuff. The time is not right, but it pretty much goes in like, you know, its own time, sort of like The Sims. You know, the minutes happen, you know, every 5 seconds or so. But let's recruit the brother.
How you like it? Pretty nifty, huh?
I absolutely love it. What is it, a laptop? I'm confused.
It's a tablet. It's like a phone, but bigger. You can do your big, important work on the go now, even at a coffee shop.
Ah, now you're speaking my language. What's a world leader gotta do to get a cup of coffee around here?
I'll take you to Moonbucks. They just opened one across the street. Let's do this!
Okay, so I don't have a brother in real life. So... Oh man. Let's, since everybody on YouTube knows him, let's let Jesus be my brother. He's probably gonna watch this and be like, excuse me, why are you using my name? He won't care, because plus we need a little bit of Jesus on this team anyway. So, so he will be my brother, just because why not?
Check it out, Ma. My adoring public, here to congratulate me on my meteoric rise to power.
Actually, they don't look too happy.
Nonsense! That's envy, you see. This is exactly why I got into politics in the first place.
So yeah, my brother in the first little playthrough that I did, his name was Ryan because that was my old childhood friend. And he pretty much like hung out with us and went everywhere with us. Now he's married and he doesn't have time for friends anymore. No, I'm just kidding. He lives in Florida, so I don't really get to see him that much anymore, since he lives so far away. But let's go ahead and talk to this protester. Maybe get him out of the way.
So glad you're home, Mr. VP.
Why, thank you. It's nice to relax after an election. You here for an autograph?
The only signing that's going on is my sign and your face.
Whoa, my face is my livelihood. Little bro, this is all you.
Honey, you have to learn to fight your own battles one day. Uh-huh.
Don't forget to protect me.
Okay, so this is our first fight. It's basically a tutorial. Pam's gonna go through everything that we need to do. You know, this is pretty standard. Eventually, you're gonna get a lot of better things. Both Pam and Jesus are gonna get a lot of different attacks and new abilities that are a lot more helpful than just basic what they're going through right now. You know, it's pretty standard for RPGs. Anybody who's played anything knows that this is kind of like the basics.
Impressive.
But yeah, right now it's pretty weak. But basically what Pam's role is in this is going to be, she is going to lower the defenses of the enemies and also heal up the allies and maybe boost them up a little bit. I haven't gotten too far into her skills. I didn't in the first playthrough, so I don't really know exactly what she does. So this will be a learning experience too. But I know that the general stuff, like the stuff that she's showing right now, this is what her her main, there we go, her main niche is. Nice. So now he can use his pummel, and in the top left corner, you saw some of the things. You know, there's a blue with an arrow pointing up, and then a red with an arrow pointing down. The blue with the arrow pointing up means that he gains. I don't know what those are called. Energy. Okay, it's right there. He gains energy by doing those attacks, and then the pummel, he loses that energy that he gained. And with that, the protester is gone. So basically, I mean, Pam and Jesus are going to have a lot of synergy together, especially in this beginning. I feel like I'm going to rely, I mean, I have to because they're my only recruits right now, but I'm going to rely on them a lot, and I feel like they're going to be very useful in future matches or future battles too. So yeah, basically these emails are general tips that, let's see. Yeah, if you feel tired, you should go take a nap in your old room upstairs. So these are just tips. These aren't really anything special, but I wonder though if like emails, you can get items in emails sometime. That would be really useful. But let's go ahead and talk to this girl here.
Mr. Vice President, do you have time for an interview? What's on your mind, sir? How's it feel to be home now that you've won the election, sir?
It was a hard election, and our opponents did well. I'm just glad I get to finally visit my mother now.
How sweet. Keeping in touch with your roots, huh? That always looks good in the polls.
The polls are great and all, but I just wanted to drop off my laundry. 3 months on the road, this stuff piles up.
Oh, I see. So tell me, what's the secret to that fabulous hair and your signature smile?
Simple, really. 2 handfuls of product and a whole lot of baking soda.
Mr. Vice President, do you have time? What's on your mind, sir? That sounds right up my alley. I have a couple stories I'm tracking down first, though. I need to get some pictures of a local man's car that wound up in a lake nearby. And I need pictures for a story about how bright lights might revitalize the dwindling shipping industry.
Wow, I didn't realize you were an actual journalist. Those stories sound a little over my head.
Trust me, you'll want your face in these pictures. Local flavor kind of stuff. Plus, it'll help me sell the stories to papers. I need to switch my lenses. So why don't you go find the 2 locations I mentioned? You're a smart man. You'll figure them out.
Alright, so the basic premise of this game and how to recruit people is they're going to give you these little side quests and stuff, and you're going to want to do those in order to recruit them. So nobody, I feel like nobody is as easy as mom and the brother to get, but that's okay because right now the mom and the brother is really all I need. But let's initiate a couple battles just to level them up a little bit, maybe. And after these two battles with this protester or these two protesters, I'm probably going to cut out the rest because you know what to expect. So don't be surprised if you see me cut and you see their levels have dramatically increased. And I say this in advance for any future cuts that I make throughout this playthrough. So let's go ahead and fight this protester. And if he would have walked into me, that would have been him initiating the battle, and Pam would have lost one of her energy. Jesus doesn't have any right now, so he would not have lost any. We need to fix this and get some energy back for Jesus. Nice.
Never doubted you for a second.
So now we're gonna fight this one, since she's a little different. She attacks a little different, and I think
Right, here we go.
she's kind of. I think she's stronger too, both physically and defensively. So I'm just gonna go ahead and doggy pile.
You're grounded.
I've got your back, bro.
See, it took off a pretty big chunk.
You're grounded.
I kind of wish Jesus would have gone first, just so he could get some energy.
Knows best.
But one thing too that I'll notice, as you can see, HP got +2. That's because the brother boosts HP, and
Do it.
the mom boosts special attack. So depending on who you have in your party, that's what determines which stats are boosted more than the others. So that's kind of a cool little addition to this too. But like I said, I'm gonna go and fight some more protesters, and I will cut back and see you in a little bit, and maybe Pam and Jesus will be leveled up again. Alright, so I'm back to where I was. I did manage to level up my one more level. I'm gonna show their status. Pam actually gained a new move, which is Scold, and so now the protesters are pretty much gonna be nothing. With her Scold and Jesus' pretty much anything that he does. So, I mean, the protesters individually, I think if they were in groups, it would be a little bit tougher, but that's not really the case right now. And then he got Tease, and I think he already had Defend, but I don't know. I don't really use Tease that much. Defend is good against stronger enemies, but I don't think I'm going to ever need it against the protesters. But anyway, let's continue on. One thing I will mention also, well, first of all, here's one of those loading screens that I was telling you about. I was going to cut it out, but I talked through it. But one thing you can do when you have party members is you can kind of investigate things. And then they're supposed to gain points, some experience points, because I know I did that when I looked at a picture up here. I really need to stop talking in those loading screens. I looked at this and they gained experience, but they're not going to do it now because they already did it. So I'm going to do this. See? So every time you look at something, they should gain some experience points. It's not that much, but you know, every little bit of experience matters, I guess. And it could be you know, like if you just need a little bit more experience for them to level up and maybe heal up, because every time they level up, they heal their HP, then it's pretty good to snoop around the houses. Okay, so all the protesters are back. I'm going to try to maybe avoid them just for now, just so we could go around and see the different buildings and places. But if I happen to run into them, I think I'm going to keep the battles in just because. But here's Moonbucks. Moonbucks is an obvious play off of Starbucks, if you did not know. So let's try to talk to everybody here and see what's going on with them.
You look like a man who knows where to get a good strong sarsaparilla.
You're in luck, my friend. I own the local soda shop. But to be honest, I think I'll just stay here all day. This iced special blend is drinking quite well today.
Guys with beards don't like being disturbed from their coffee. I'll leave him be.
That's a really weird stereotype.
This protest is interrupting school. Oh well.
Preposterous! Let me see what I can do about this.
I don't mind, so long as I got this delicious special blend.
Either he's one of those caffeine junkies you hear about, or something weird's going on here.
Psst. Hey, come here.
Huh?
Yeah, you.
What can I do for you, taxpayer?
I don't pay taxes. I also don't drink the coffee. Neither should you.
Taxes and coffee are two of my favorite things.
They contaminated the coffee. Can't you taste it? It's so dark and aromatic. Bold even. Too bold. I was abducted once, you know. Aliens. They ran tests on me. Back in Uranus. They walk among us, don't you get it? Don't things seem just a little bit off to you?
We need proof. It's the only way. Proof and a refill. Lots of refills.
Here's what we'll do. You go find proof while I head to the police station. I'm good at talking, so let me handle that. You can track down evidence. Sound good? Stay strong, brother.
Alright, so we will probably be seeing him later. I actually was able to, I was actually able to get him into my party the first time I played through. So he's pretty easy to get, I guess. But yeah, as you can see, this is locked. And also, if you hear a dog barking in the background, that's my niece's dog. Yeah, there he is. Our living situation's kind of cramped right now, so, you know, you probably will be hearing voices and barking and crazy stuff going on in the background, but for that, I apologize. I just realized I had not been uploading very much lately, and I didn't have anything to upload, so I needed to record something for my channel so you guys can have something to watch. But let's talk to this perky lady.
La la la.
Hello?
Oh, sorry. My mind was just drifting away from me there.
Is something wrong?
Not really. Just waiting for my manager to come in. He's never late. But oh well, I'm sure he's fine. Huh? Oh. Huh? Huh?
So what's up with creepy guy over there?
Oh, that guy's harmless. But he doesn't trust anyone.
He seems really paranoid about your coffee.
Funny story. I swear there was a bag of special blend on the counter last night, but I came in this morning and it was gone. It's like the beans just sprouted legs and walked off. Isn't that strange? Huh?
Everyone is raving about your new special blend roast. I'll take a grenade.
You mean a grande? Unfortunately, I just ran out of special blend. Hopefully, we'll restock real soon, though.
Alright, so in order to recruit her, we have to find a special blend. So I don't really need to talk to her again. Since we know what we need to do to recruit her, I will not bother trying to recruit her.
Hey, Pipsqueak, why don't you watch where I'm going?
Do you have any idea who I am? You can't talk to the vice president of the world like that.
The vice who? What now? Sounds like a made-up pageant to me.
It's called an election. I won, so you have to do what I say.
Tough guy, huh? You entered some contest and won, and you think you're better than me. You're just lucky I didn't enter. What was your talent, anyhow? Being short and flabby?
It wasn't some muscle show-off extravaganza. This is the real world, pal. Politics.
Psh. Well, if you got what it takes, stop by my gym sometime. We'll see who's the tough guy. Later, bro.
Bro? What an absolute oaf. Although, an oaf with some pretty impressive golden locks.
Okay, so we got his the bodybuilder's quest really without even trying. He just shows up whenever you go out of Moonbucks.
Something weird's going on at Moonbucks. I've never heard of a substance as addictive as this special blend.
That's all he's ever gonna say, as far as I know. So let's go into the police. Guess this is like the little jailhouse or the police station. Another place to gain some experience. That was a little wanted thing for kitties. We'll get to that in a bit.
Hello. What's your business here today? Do you have something to report? I had to lock up your little friend. He was raving about conspiracies and making people uncomfortable. I don't like that in my city.
You know, there's a small chance he's onto something.
Really? Well, if you can bring me some solid evidence, I'll consider letting him out.
Okay, so we have to get our little conspiracy guy out of prison because he got himself locked up like a dummy. Actually, I want to talk to the cop.
Hello. What's your business here? Do you have something to report?
Howdy ho, officer. Everything nice and quiet these days?
Sir, maybe you didn't notice, but there's a massive protest all around my streets. And I got that old kook in Moonbuck stirring up people with his conspiracies and whatnot.
Okay, so one more time.
What's your business here today? Do you have something to report?
I thought that her recruit thing was gonna just show up.
Hey, why don't you come with us? We could use the law on our side.
Thank you, but this entire area is one bad sneeze away from chaos. I can't abandon my post. Unless maybe you want to lend a hand or something.
Alright, so solve the strange behavior around town. Okay, good. So we got her recruit quest. And so we'll be coming back to her. Sometimes they show up. Oh, here's the loading screen. But sometimes they show up when you just chat with the person, like the barista. But in her case, you know, you had to ask to recruit her in order to get her to oblige, maybe. But here is what you're gonna need to fight in order to find evidence.
Don't forget to protect me.
They're not too bad. However,
Why me?
okay. Oh man,
So close.
it's really annoying when you miss.
Well done, team.
I guess the Java beans are so small that they're easy to miss. I guess they have good evasion. But one thing you'll find in this game periodically is even the protesters, they drop things sometimes. I don't think I showed them dropping anything, but it's usually like coffee and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to avoid them, but you know, while I search for evidence. But they drop things, and I kind of wonder, you know, like how good are the things that they drop sometimes? Like, I'm sure it's a rare occurrence, but I wonder if they drop really freaking good things. Okay, so these
Well done, team.
little guys are pretty easy to beat. I think you'll see them more later. Let's try to find one more. I think it's over here. Yep.
Good luck.
Let's do Scold. I kind of forgot. I don't know if I did that last time. Oh my gosh, of course he misses.
I'm much too old for this.
And he misses again. Come on, Jesus, what are you doing? You.
Why me?
Walk it off.
See, then it wasn't even necessary.
Never doubted you for a second.
That was like overkill. Okay, so I got all 3 pieces of evidence, and I'm going to bring that back to the cop. But I'm just gonna initiate a battle, because I kind of just...
Don't forget to protect me.
Yeah.
I've got your back, bro.
You got this. Impressive.
The bad thing, I think, is that there is no consistency between which character goes first. The turn order changes. Like in this case, Jesus goes first, and then Pam. And since she is the one that lowers defense and everything, it's kind of like, come on, I won't Pam to go first every time. But it's fine. I mean, that's just how the game works.
This calls for a celebration.
And plus, if I need to heal them up... See, the protester dropped a donut piece, which could come in handy. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. But I am going to heal up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to free the conspiracy guy from jail, and then I'm going to cut this part of the playthrough, and then maybe level up a little bit, just in case I recruit the conspiracy guy again. I think this is all I have to do. I don't know. But in the next video, we're going to do a little more.
Hello. What's your business here today? Do you have something to report?
Officer, I brought you some evidence. There really is something strange going on.
I'm not convinced.
In that case, I'd like to invoke the ancient art of the vice presidential pardon.
I'll tell you what. If I release him into your custody, do you swear he won't harass my town anymore?
You know, I ran on a platform of trust, integrity, and some other stuff. You have my word. I'll keep an eye on him.
All right, then I guess he's all yours.
Thanks for springing me, Chief. Now, let's take this to the streets and spread the word.
Whoa there, Turbo. Why don't we play a game, shall we? The first person to create a mass panic loses, all right?
I have a feeling I'm not going to do well at this game. I knew you could be trusted!
Alright, so let's give this guy a name. He looks like a Pauly. So, we are going to... I'm going to cut this playthrough after I pick up some things.
Capitalism at its finest.
But what this does, it opens up this door, and it also gives you kind of like a back way through the police station if you wanted to do that. I mean, it just causes another loading screen, so I'd rather just walk around. But this is it for this part of the playthrough. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you will enjoy future parts when they come. I'm gonna level up these characters a little bit more, especially Pauly, because he's new to the team and he's a little underleveled. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch y'all next time.